Welcome to the first video of our channel. In the next minutes, I will explain you how to set a mapping mission using Mission Planner in order to use your computer and your UAV as a GIS tool. Once the Mission Planner is open, we have to click here on Flight Plan in order to design our mission. The first step is setting the home position by moving this landmark here, or by introducing here the coordinates of the point. By clicking on the right button of our mouse, a list of new commands and other options will appear. Here we will have to click on Draw Polygon and then Add Polygon Point. And now we will be able to draw the vertices of the area that we want to map. So here, if we put one here, then we can, if we click it and move it, we can move it. So we will leave this one here, we can click and another one appears and leave it here, then another one here and another one here. Let's move this one a bit, in order to map this area of this park. So once this is done, we have to click again on the right button of our mouse and select Auto Waypoints and Survey Grid. When we have pressed on that, a new window will be opened by the program and an automated mission is created by Mission Planner, where all the waypoints, as you can see, and the whole path of the flight is set in order to take pictures of the ground with default camera parameters. So to change that default camera parameters and default flight parameters, we have to go here to Simple Options. The first step is select our camera. Here we've select the Sony Nex7, and as it said here, it has a 16mm focal length. Our length is 24 millimeters, so we will be able to change that. If your camera doesn't appear here, don't worry, because we are going to be able to change all the camera parameters. So now we have to set the altitude of our flight. That will be 120 meters. Then we're gonna select the flying speed, and we will select it, choose 10 meters per second. Now we have to make sure that the Add Takeoff and Land waypoints and the use of Return to Launch are checked, and that will make, and the program will automatically set the takeoff and commands and the Return to Launch commands when it creates the mission. Now going to display, the first thing we have to do is to click on Advanced Options. Once we've clicked on that, there are two new tabs on the top of the screen, the Grid Options and the Camera Configuration, that will allow us to change more parameters of our flight and mission. Here in this display we have other checkboxes such as footprints that will show us all the pictures that we'll take in the map. Here, if we check on internals, we will see all the waypoints where our UAV is going to take a picture. If we uncheck Grid, the lines disappear. If we uncheck Markers, the waypoints disappear. And if we uncheck Boundary, the area that we've drawn disappear. By clicking again in all these points, we can continue and moving to the next step. We have to open the Grid Options, and here we have to set the two main parameters that define our photogrammetry mission, our photogrammetry project, that are the overlap and the Scilab. We will set this overlap in 80%. If this one to change, I will change it. Let's check 80%. and then the Scilab in 60%. We don't have to change any other parameters in here, and as a fact, here we can change the delay at the waypoints if we are in copters, if we are flying a copter, or an alternate lanes if we are flying a plane. But let's move to the next step, that is the camera configuration. Here we can set all the parameters of our camera, and it measures like the measures of the camera. So the first thing that we have to change is the focal length. As I said, we have a 24mm focal length camera, so we change it. Then the image width and the image height is already set to 6,000 and 4,000, but we can change it if we have another camera. And this sensor width and sensor height, we can change them too if we see the specifications of our camera and it's not one of the set cameras here on this list. So if you go to the technical specifications of your camera, you can set all these parameters. If you don't know these parameters, you can here, by clicking here, load a sample photo of your camera, and the calculated values will be calculated taking into account this sample photo. So these calculated values are the resolution in centimeters per pixel and the field of view. Here in trigger method, we can change, we can configure the method that the camera will follow when it will shoot all the picture, when we will take all the pictures. In this option, cam track distance, the distance between shots is already fixed, but we can change in other different types of trigger methods. But let's leave it like it is. Now, if we go back to simple options, we can click on accept, and the mission will be created. But before doing that, let me highlight all these variables down here in stats under the map, where we can find, for example, the area that we're gonna map, that is around 56 hectares, and for example the time that is gonna take this flight, that is 28 minutes, more or less. For a 25-minute flight, we will be covering an area of 54 square meters with all these configurations. We can also see the distance that we're going to fly, 13.83 kilometers, the distance between images, the ground resolutions in centimeters per pixel, the number of pictures that is going to take the UAV. We can also see the number of strips of our pictures that we can check in this footprint, 1, 2, 3, 13. We can also see the time between taking pictures, 1.56 seconds, or the distance between lines on the pictures, 47 meters, the footprint, and other parameters. So by clicking in accept, the mission is automatically created by the mission planner. And what is more, we can see here all the waypoints and the other commands, such as the takeoff or the setting of the camera, and we can change them if we want, or change the coordinates, or whatever we want to change. Make sure that the verify height is checked, and by clicking on save waypoint file, we can save it as park 1, save, and our mission will be created and saved. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it. Please comment, like, and subscribe for new missions and tutorials.